I need my bangs trimmed horribly. Hey everybody, it's Ted, the Buffalo Beauty Boy, and today I'm gonna show you how I blow dry my hair, how I do a blowout at home. I'm sharing some of my favorite products, some of my favorite tools to show you how I achieve. I feel like it's probably my signature look. Do I have a signature look? I don't know. But if I did, this is what it would be. Just a really textured, shiny, polished, but not too polished blowout. And I'm gonna share a couple of my favorite techniques and tricks. So if you wanna see how I get this look in my bathroom, keep watching. Today, I'm gonna show you how I blow out my hair. So that's why I've got my t-shirt in my hair. That's actually my first tip trick is to dry your hair with a t-shirt. A cotton t-shirt, it causes less frizz, less friction, less damage. So just a great way to get the moisture out of your hair. And that's like an old school curly hack. So yeah, I'm gonna get this off of my head so I look, a little bit more like myself. And we'll just chat. So you want to start blow drying your hair when it's about, I would say my hair is probably like 70% wet. So you don't want your hair to be soaking wet. I washed my hair with a purple shampoo, but I recommend using any moisturizing, hydrating, beautifying shampoo. And then I personally used you want to start blow drying your hair when it's about, I would say my hair is probably like 70% wet. So you don't want your hair to be soaking wet. I washed my hair with a purple shampoo, but I recommend using any moisturizing, hydrating, beautifying shampoo. And then I personally used Chris Appleton and Color Wow Money Mask. And I've mentioned this on my channel. It's one of my favorite hydrating, beautifying masks. And I say beautifying mask in that it's super high tech. It really polishes the cuticle. So when you blow dry your hair, it really does feel and look amazing. I'm gonna go over the products that I use and why I use them. And then I'm also gonna talk a little bit about tools, because I think at the root of it, if you have a really good blow dryer and a really good brush, and then any decent heat protectant, you'll get a gorgeous blowout. I will say too, little bit of backstory. I'm a professional hairdresser. That's my career. And I'm kind of known for my blowouts. It's my thing. Blow drying is one of my favorite things that I do at the shop. So, and my girls love a blowout. My hair is curly, long, highlighted, and I would say it's pretty normal. It's not super thick. It's not super thin, right in that normal spectrum. My hair is not heavy. So it doesn't really get super frizzy. And when it does, it's floating in the ether. It doesn't get my hair is not heavy. When I smooth it, it wants to ride off into the sunset, not droop and get lazy. Does that make sense? So that's a little bit of backstory. The tools that I'm going to be using are my, I had to bring this in from my shop, cause this is my favorite one. It is the Babyliss Titanium XL brush. I'll try to find this. I bought this when I was in beauty school. This is my, I want to say third or fourth one. And this brush is incredible. It's probably I would say 3 inches longer than the average brush, but the barrel size is pretty normal. And the reason I like this is because my clients have a ton of hair. I am known for doing long, thick hair. And I like this because it helps me get through the blow dry a little bit faster, but it's also great to use on yourself because you can reach the back of your hair pretty easily. You don't have to overextend, which is great. So I know it looks terrifying because it's so big and people tend to be afraid of round brushes, but this is hands down my favorite brush. So much so that like my coworker went and got one. So I love this. We love this at my shop. I'll try to link it down below. And then if I can say anything, if you are going to blow dry your hair regularly, invest in a good blow dryer. I'm not saying you need a Dyson. I'm not saying you need, a $1,000 blow dryer, but a good blow dryer will really do the good work for you. So I use the Amika Immortal at my shop. I brought this home from my station because I wanted to use like the best of what I have. So this is the Amika Immortal. Amika actually started out as a tool company, not a hair product company, I believe. That's what I was told in an education class. So their tools are really incredible, really great quality. This one is really like retro looking and I love that. And my clients love it. It's kind of a talk piece, but I've had this for about 2 years, which is a long time for a hairstylist. Again, this lives at my station. I bring it home when I need my hair to look really good. But I typically get about a year out of a blow dryer at work because of the volume of which I'm doing. Where this has lasted me 2 years and it's still going strong. So Amika Immortal, we love her. And I have the nozzle on as well. This helps me get my hair really smooth. When you have a nozzle, you can bring it to the dryer. You don't have to hover it above. But if you don't have a nozzle, then you need to make sure that you're hovering above and not completely compressing the hair. I find with the nozzle going to the blow dryer, I can really get a smooth effect. So that's why I like it. So as far as the products go, the first product that I'm going to put in my hair is the Cult & King Tonic. I use this on my scalp and through like the length of my hair. First step, every time I wash. This is the first thing that I put in my hair. It has really great scalp properties and it keeps your scalp really balanced. And I personally believe that having a healthy scalp is the key to having healthy hair. So that's why I use this every single time. Next, I'm going to use my like smoothing, styling product, which my hair needs because it's curly and dry because it's highlighted. So I really like the IGK Thirsty Girl. This is an aerosol spray, but it's a leave-in conditioner, and it actually is kind of milky. When you spray it into your hand, it's like a milk, but I spray it into my hair. It says that it has 24-hour frizz control. My hair doesn't really get frizzy, but I like this because it's super moisturizing. I also really like this to detangle my extensions when I wash them. So I'm not going to be putting any pieces in today. This is all my hair. This is all mine. But IGK Thirsty Girl is incredible. Next, at the root, I'm going to be using a volumizer because I like my hair to be big, big, big. The higher the hair, the closer to heaven. And I'm using the Orbe Maximista Thickening Spray. I just have the mini because I don't blow dry my hair super frequently. I blow dry my hair maybe once or twice a month. So something like this will last me a really long time. I tend to invest more in the products that I use when I wear my hair curly because I wear my hair curly majority of the time. But Orbe Maximista Thickening Spray is incredible. So I'm going to pop a little bit of that in at the root. And then I always use like any leave-in conditioner or smoothing product will have some heat protecting agents in them. But because my hair is long, because it's highlighted, I always use an oil or a serum just on my very ends. And I'm going to be using the Devoness OI. Oi. Please focus. If it doesn't focus, I'm going to have it linked. This smells incredible. Davines is really sustainable, wonderful ingredients, great products, and these are just some tried and true products that I personally use on myself. So I'm going to put my product in, and I'll probably just like fast forward through that so you can kind of see what I'm doing, but I don't want it to be super long-winded. Again, that was the IGK Thirsty Girl on top of the Cult & King Tonic. And I just like to kind of brush those through. I'm using my Crown Affair comb that my boyfriend got me for Christmas last year, and I love it. And you can see my hair is starting to dry a little bit, and that's totally okay. We're gonna take care of that with the blow dryer. You don't wanna go in on soaking wet hair. It's gonna take you forever, and it's not super great for the hair. So I'm going in with the Orbe Maximista Thickening Spray. Just at my roots, I'm not putting this all over. And one thing that I don't do is I don't put it right on my part. I will lift both sides. And then I always get my crown. And then last but not least, I'm just gonna take 1 pump of my oil or serum. And this stuff smells so good. When you're using anything like that, I really tell my clients to keep it like below your ears. So I just kind of grab everything below my ears, trying not to grab my collar. I probably should have worn a different shirt, but. And then whatever's left, I put in my fringe. And then again, I just kind of comb everything through. So let's get into business. I'm taking just 1 alligator clip. These are my favorite because you can section and they hold the hair really well. They're called alligator clip because they come up like an alligator. But then they also have this like I take my first section right at the corner of my ears and back. So I find most people tend to like stress about over sectioning their hair. I really only blow dry my hair in like 3 or 4 sections. So I take that first section, divide it in 2, like so. And before I start blow drying, I'm just gonna show you the motion. So once I have my hair divided in 2, you wanna make sure that there's like this. And then we're gonna rock like that and twist. So if you can see that, we're rocking and twisting. And then I'm gonna do an unfurl like that because I like a wave. Ready? And you can see that wave is forming and it looks like I used a curling iron. So what I do is I kind of redefine that and then I just leave it. I don't touch it. And we're gonna repeat on the other side. So again, I'm just gonna redefine that and then we're just gonna let it chill. We're not gonna touch it. And I just kind of feel and make sure that that like middle section back here is dry because that's the part that I'll kind of miss a little bit. So, all right, we're gonna drop our second section. I like to go, so we went through the ears. So I like to go from like probably like 1 inch above my eyebrows all the way back. And what I like to do is kind of go like 1/3 of the way back. And then I bring all of this forward. It's the middle back. Like anybody who's got anything to say needs to back up. Same thing with extensions. Like if anybody's close enough to see anything or say anything, they need to back up. So again, I'm just kind of detangling. And it's easier for me to do this side than this side, so I just bring it over. And you can see now that it's like 80% dry, that's when I start to really go into that smooth motion. So I'm gonna maybe slow this down, because this is the part that like you don't really see and it's tricky, but and that is by far the biggest section that I take. So that one probably takes the longest. And again, I just like to let it live in that wave formation. I'm not gonna undo it. So because it's on this side, we're gonna let that cool. We're gonna bob over here and take that other third on that side. And this is where it starts to like kind of get important. If you get really good lift right above the ear, that gives you a ton of volume. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to open the door. It is hot AF because I can't have the fan on because I'm recording. So we're going to deal with the split screen. But now that this is like mostly dry, you're gonna take your brush. And I feel like these sides always kind of morph into that bottom, which is fine. But what I like to do is brush it and kind of do that. So because those sides are kind of important, I will hold it for a good, couple seconds, nothing too long. I find that just helps to really smooth and compress that hair and avoid any sort of frizz. You can see it's like nice and bouncy and fluffy. And that's what I said, like my hair is not super heavy. Like it doesn't go, it goes. I speak in sounds apparently. So we're gonna do the same on the other side. So I'm just gonna rewind that. And yeah, like you can see, it's a little bit easier on one side than the other, but once you get that front going, no one's gonna notice. But everything's looking really good. It's nice and smooth. I'll even kind of bring these all together to really keep those waves defined in themselves. Also, like I have a color appointment soon. I need my highlights done. If you see any grays, no, you didn't. Just like be nice. We always kind of say like the shoemaker's kids go barefoot. We're all super busy at my salon, so it's hard for us to like book appointments with each other like super regularly. That's why I only get my hair done maybe like 3 times a year, and then I'll highlight everything in front of my ears maybe like twice a year just on my own when I'm feeling drab. And I would do that like right about now, but I have an appointment coming up in a couple weeks, so I'm just keeping my hands off. Behind the ears and over. I take this big old crown section and I take this top and I just kind of fold that up and clip it. So what I do is I divide that top section into 2, one on each side. And again, this is kind of like that it's a bigger section, so it takes a little bit longer. But what I like to do is make sure that it's nice and detangled. And we're just gonna blast it, mostly dry, and then wind it like that. And I'm making sure to lift up, because that's gonna give you lift at the root and volume without having to work super hard. But we have a beautiful volumizer in those roots, so that's gonna help just impart a little bit more guts and body without having to tease or overstyle the hair. We're done with that side. We're just gonna let that live in that wave pattern. And we're gonna switch to this side. And same thing, I'm just gonna make sure that it's nice and detangled. And we're gonna blow dry it, lifting up and away. All right, so the back is done. I don't want to spin because I have everything like to the front, but again, just give it a feel and make sure that there's no dampness or, you know, anything back there. And if there is, I find if you keep this like entwined and just kind of blast it a little bit while holding that pattern together, you'll be fine. That's one of my, you know, little things. And all of this is subjective to your hair. This is just what works for me. And I will say, blowing out your hair is not an easy thing to do. It is infinitely easier to do somebody else's hair. So I understand that like blow drying is not easy. I totally get it. For this front top part, I divide my hair down the center, or really like wherever you want to part it. Make sure it's nice and detangled. And repeat. So once that section's dry, we'll just retwist and let it chill. And we're gonna hop over to the other side. Super hard to do this, like talking to a camera and not looking at your hair. So make sure that's nice and detangled. And then we just redefine. And I need my fringe shaped up. It's super, super long. So I'm gonna show you how I like to cheat a curtain bang. And this is primarily how I style my hair anyway. So I take that front piece and I bring it all the way over here. And I'm gonna blow dry it like this. So when you over direct it, it gives you that swoosh motion in the front. And what I really like to do is hold this one on the barrel for a good like 5 to 10 seconds. We really want to keep that lift and that volume at the root. So I'll hold it and, you know, just think about mermaids. I don't know. And I try to twist it and also keep it facing forward. I don't want to undo that too quickly. So same thing for the other side. We let that cool. And you want to wait until it feels cool to the touch. So like this side is done, but this side is not. So I'm gonna just hold that for another, little bit. Drink your coffee, your champagne, your rosé, your water, whatever. And then I don't like to actually fully like brush it. I just like to run my fingers through. And this is how I get my wavy, swishy, swoopy blowout. If you're feeling particularly, into it, you can add a little bit of dry texture spray. This is the iconic Orbe dry texture spray. There's 1,000,012 out there. Amika makes a great one. Kristen S makes a great one. I really like the Amika, but again, there's a ton out there. Feel free to use whatever. And when I tell my clients about using texture spray, what I like to do is take it and I work in like, pss, pss, pss. I don't spray it all at once. So make sure you shake it up really, really well. And I kind of lift up and I drop. So I'm going to do that as I'm pulsing that spray in. What that does is it gives you a really even distribution. And I feel like this is going to be a great moment for a side-by-side. So. And then I'll take the back. I mean, it's like Blair Waldorf and Serena Vanderwoodson. Like it just makes it like so cool, so fun. So I'm gonna put a little bit on this side and then, yeah, we'll chat. I need my bangs trimmed horribly. Hey everybody, it's Ted, the Buffalo Beauty Boy, and today I'm gonna show you how I blow dry my hair, how I do a blowout at home. I'm sharing some of my favorite products, some of my favorite tools to show you how I achieve. I feel like it's probably my signature look. Do I have a signature look? I don't know. But if I did. So this is the final look, and this is how I wear my hair anytime I want it smooth. Very seldom is my hair actually just straight. Typically, I like a bit of a wave in it. It makes me feel put together, makes me feel like myself. And I just like this because I feel like it's beachy, it's effortless, but it's also still slightly polished. And I'm just going to spin and show you the back. Again, just really bouncy, breezy. And then I'm forever just like bringing all my hair over to one side. But we're going to try not to do that. So yes, this is how I blow dry my hair. These are some of my favorite products to use, but really it's all about practice and technique. It's not an easy thing to do. It does take practice, but I promise you, if you just take your time, have some patience, you can make it through. The other thing that I'll say too is try just manipulating the brush, like without even the blow dryer. Just try to get used to the motion of running that through. And people are always really scared that they're going to get it tangled. So when that happens, you can tell, like you can feel it and you can think about how to undo it. So again, anytime you get really any new tool that you're playing with, don't even plug it in. Don't even like try to use it and just get the feel of it in your hand. That's what I highly recommend to all of my clients, is to just get the feel of the tool in your hand, in your hair, doing its job. And that I think is like a surefire way to not mess it up too badly when you go in and do the actual process. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. I had a ton of fun. I love wearing my hair blown out. I love blow drying hair. It's one of my favorite things to do at my salon. And I really feel like a good blowout, you just feel great. Like it puts a little pep in your step, makes you feel like that beat, you know, makes you feel so good. This is one of my favorite looks. And anytime I wear my hair blown out, I get compliments on it. It's the thing that people I feel like notice most. So, thank you so much for coming to hang out, and I'll have everything linked in the description box below. If you try this in your hair, if you try to blow out your own hair, definitely tag me on Instagram. I'll have my Instagram linked below, and then feel free to put in the comments your favorite blowout products. What do you like for volume, for shine, for everything? So I hope you're taking care of yourselves, and I hope you know that with everything going on in the world, with all of the stress, that you're made of gold. So until next time.